Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, doing another Swiss Battle for Zendikar draft. Okay, we open Scatter to the Winds, which is powerful. We also have Catacomb Sifter, which is one of the better cards for the black-green archetype. Possibly, no, I guess I can't say the best one. Certainly can't say the best one since there's rares that are insane for it, but probably the best uncommon for it. It's a pretty amazing card. It's also Turn Against. So the question is really, do I want Scatter to the Winds or Catacomb Sifter? I think. Um, I think Scatter to the Winds probably because I'd rather be in blue and I'd prefer to not first pick a two-color card. I mean, think about it. If I take Scatter to the Winds, I can play blue-red, blue-black, blue-white. Um, So I think that's the best pick. Just taking a first pick in two color, even if it's really powerful in that archetype, it probably isn't the best idea. Plus, Scatter to the Winds is good. 6 mana, counter a spell, get a creature. It's pretty powerful. Okay, on color, we've got Incubator Drone and Spell Shrivel. I probably just want the complete disregard, and we start working towards maybe a ingest processing plan, or if that doesn't work out, just some sort of blue-black value aggro thing. But complete disregard seems like it's the best pick for us here. Duststalker's fine too, but doesn't really work that well with Scatter to the Winds. And complete disregard is certainly enough better than Incubator Drone where I'm willing to take it here. Okay. Okay, so now there's Dominator Drone, which is fine. Anticipate. I kind of like Dominator Drone because it has ingest. The Into the Battlefield effect is a little bit less relevant. It's fine. It's cool. But if you don't have enough devoid or colorless stuff, it's not a big deal. Getting a 3-power ingest guy is for 3 mana is still fine. Yeah, it's like Dominator Drone versus Anticipate for us here. There is Sheer Drop too. I like Sheer Drop. I'm going to take the Drone. See if we can't make this work. Okay, well, we've got Demon's Grasp removal. We have Oracle of Dust. I feel like I see more Oracles a lot of the time. I don't know if that's true, though. Demon's Grasp versus Oracle of Dust. I mean, you really only need like one Oracle of Dust. I guess you really only need like one Demon's Grasp, too. Demon's Grasp I like a lot less than like Stone Fury, but it is removal. It's fine. Oracle of Dust certainly good with ingest and exiling. I think I'm going to take the Grasp here. There's also Molten Nursery if I wanted to, possibly move into black-red aggro. We have, Complete Disregard and Dominator Drone are certainly good for that. I think let's just take the Grasp for now, go deeper black, because I think we for sure want to be black. Okay, well, another shot at Molten Nursery. No good blue cards. No good black cards, really. I guess Bone Splinters is fine. I like it. I pretty much only want to play Bone Splinters in black-green for the most part. If I have enough token producers, I can get behind it. I think we'll take Nursery here. Could make a black-red devoid deck work if blue is getting cut. Pretty underwhelming. Voracious Null. Once again, black-green card. Reckless Cohorts, not really with this deck once. I guess we'll take Rush of Ice. Could still end up in blue. Basically just took the red card because it's good in black-red, and we weren't passing up on anything. Okay, Grave Birthing. There's Slab Hammer. And a Scour from Existence. I'm fine with Grave Birthing, actually. It's colorless. It works well with Molten Nursery. Feeds processing, but we don't have any processing yet. If you want to be processing, you pretty much want to be in blue, I guess. But I guess I could... maybe I do take Slab Hammer here, then. Slab Hammer could be okay for us. If we end up aggressive, it could be really good. And if we get some utility lands, like the red one, I think I could get behind it. I can take a Recruit, I guess. Nothing else here I really care about. Another Voracious Null, but it's still not really what I want. I don't like Mortuary Mire. I don't think it's a very good utility land. Even with Slab Hammer, it doesn't matter. Probably take the War Paint, I guess. Maybe make something pretty aggressive work. We'll see. I just don't really... This doesn't look like a deck that's going to be able to make Devastator work, and nothing else really matters in here. Cascade, sure. It's a fine utility land. Blighted Woodland's good too, but could still end up in blue. I'm not sure yet. All right. Table to Anticipate is actually a pretty good sign for blue. I'll take the Thicket here, actually. I like running Thicket if I end up with some Converge cards. I did that in the last draft. I think it works fine. Take the red card, actually. Sure. So I guess we can sort by color and sort of figure out what we want to do. Pretty evenly split. If I had more fixing, if I had any fixing, I could possibly go for the Grixis Devoid deck. But the Grixis Devoid deck, I think, doesn't want to run cards like... Most decks don't want to run Goblin Warpaint, to be perfectly frank. But everything else, I guess, seems fine. It seems like I more likely want to go into blue-black. All right, well, there's a Nettle Drone. There's a Merc Strider and Ulamog's Reclaimer. What do I have for Reclaimer right now? I've got Scatter to the Winds, Disregard, and Demon's Grasp. Those are actually pretty good. And Anticipate? All right, this looks like a... Oh, never mind. Missed the Rolling Thunder. Jeez, yeah. Just going to take the Rolling Thunder. Could still go blue-red, too, I guess. But I like my black cards. I guess my black and my blue cards are pretty even right now. Rolling Thunder is very strong, though. It's early enough where we want to take it. The problem is our two red... Like, Molten Nursery only works if we go for a Devoid plan. And Shatterskull Recruit is pretty... Take it or leave it. But I still think we got to take Rolling Thunder here. It's just too strong to pass up. Probably does not work so well alongside Slab Hammer, but... Planar Outburst, you say? Jeez. Otherwise, Outnumber. Red-White's more of an aggressive deck. Taking a white pick here doesn't seem great, but otherwise it's like Sharpshooter, which is fine. Healer, which I don't really want. I could take Outnumber. Outburst is a pretty awesome card. It's probably early enough where I could maneuver my way into white. Slab Hammer's probably not going to happen. If I take Outburst, Nursery is no chance of happening. So then what am I doing? I'm basically Sharpshooter doesn't matter that much. It's fine. Outnumber is probably good enough to take, although I'm a little bit low on creatures. I kind of want to just take this Outburst. This card is ridiculous. It's total game flipper. I'm going to take Outburst. We'll see if white's open. I know it looks dangerous, but we're early enough where I can make this work just fine. Okay, I don't want the Zada. We're looking at Reproach versus Sheer Drop. Sheer Drop's more versatile, but I think Gideon's Reproach is just better. Just cheaper, especially in a deck like this that probably is going to need some more cheap threats. Or need to deal with cheap threats better, I should say. Let's take the Reproach. Okay, Lantern Scout, which actually works fine for red-white because you typically get a bunch of allies. Like Lantern Scout works well alongside the Recruit. Could just completely ditch the blue-black plan. Like Lantern Scout's very good. Misintruder's more for our ingest plan, which I don't think's happening. Alright. This is going to be close. I think we're going to be okay, but this is going to be close. We're going to take the Lantern Scout. I think we're just going to move right into white now, or try to. Okay, now we can take Patrol, which is another ally. Grove Tender Druids is an ally. We have a Fertile Thicket, but... Yeah, I guess there's nothing else. Otherwise, it's Scour. Officially 5-color. Chasm Guide's a good ally. So is Cliffside Lookout. But let's cut the Nursery. Let's just cut this too. I think at this point we're just going to commit. I think we're going to be okay. Like I said, it's going to be close. It's going to be close, but I think we're going to be okay. I'm going to take the Chasm Guide here. Okay, Slide Runner. Could actually take Smite too. Removal, Reproach, Outburst, Rolling Thunder. I kind of want to be aggressive. If you're red-white, you got to be aggressive. Let's take the Slide Runner. Planar Outburst is fine in an aggressive deck too. There's just circumstances where you get to do it. I think we're back on the Slab Hammer plan, by the way. Whiptail versus Greathorn. Greathorn's got to be better. Okay. Lookout versus Envoy. Envoy's more aggressive. They're both allies, by the way. I feel like Envoy, I have a better shot of finding another Lookout later. Envoy's not insane, but if we're trying to be aggressive, which we are, a 1-drop 2-power ally, I think is going to be better, because Cliffside definitely gets worse in multiples, and we have a whole nother pack to find another one, and this is uncommon, so I think we're actually going to take the Envoy here. Ooh, back-to-back Envoys is a good sign. All right, well, white certainly seems correct. Ooh, maybe we go on Warpaint Hyper Aggro plan. Yeah, I don't know about Lava Step Raider, though. All right, okay, well, we're at 15 picks, which is pretty impressive considering we completely dove out of... I don't think we're using utility lands either. Considering we completely dove out of 2 colors to basically go on a Planar Outburst Rolling Thunder plan. But we're actually... Ooh, Serpentine Spike. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Nothing else really we want. All right, Serpentine Spike it is. Yeah, there's actually nothing else in this pack we want. All right, Serpentine Spike's very good, so I don't mind this. A problem we're going to run into is card advantage spells. Planar Outburst is a big one. So is Rolling Thunder, but... Okay, Sheer Drop versus Ondu Rising. Valakut Predator, too, which is a nice aggressive card. No allies. Another Smothering Abomination? That's kind of crazy. Ondu Rising is very good. But we do want to... I think Predator's more in line with our aggro plan, so let's take that. We want to get aggressive here. Okay, another Patrol. Nothing else really. Looming Spires. Works well with the Slab Hammer. But we have a Lantern Scout. We do need more creatures. Yeah, I think we're going to take Patrol. Hope to wield the Looming Spire. I think that's possible. Fortified Rampart's not what we're looking for. Guess we can take a Devastator here. There's nothing else on color. Could hate a Warcaller, I guess. Alright. Let's hate the Warcaller. Chasm Guide number 2's fine. Ondu Champion's fine. Sure Strike would be okay, but we're looking for... It's Chasm Guide versus Ondu Champ. I could diversify and take the Ondu Champion. Being able to... I guess Chasm Guide's more aggressive. Ondu Champ's pretty good too, though. 4 power, 4 mana, or... I kind of am feeling the Chasm Guide for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe diversity's sake I take the... Well, probably because it's uncommon once again. Let's take the second guide. They're uncommon. I have a good feeling about Chasm Guide. Okay. Sure Strike here is fine, I guess. Looks like we're all in. Sadly, we might end up playing a Lava Step Raider, which is not where you want to be. Could splash for the Grove Tinder Druid. I've got the Fertile Thicket, but prefer to not splash if possible. Core Entangler is an excellent pickup for our deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be our 9th ally. This is like a card our deck desperately needed, to be perfectly honest. Could take, yeah, Slide Runner number 2 we're absolutely taking. That's actually just really nice for our deck. This deck got to come together at the last second, so I'm very happy about that. Guess we'll take a second Fertile Thicket. Alright, Inspired Charge. With Planar Outburst, we only have 14 creatures. That's still pretty low. Sadly, like I said, I think we're going to end up playing Lava Step Raider. Not where you want to be, I admit. None of these cards matter. Sure. Okay. Alright. Well, alright. I think we're going to go ahead and play one Lava Step Raider just to give us a 15 creature count. I think we are actually doing the Goblin Warpaint Slab Hammer plan. As crazy as that is. We didn't wheel the Looming Spires, which kind of sucks, actually. It's going to make Slab Hammer worse. But our curve is probably fine. I don't think I want the Inspired Charge, probably. I'm okay with Goblin Warpaints if... Basically, I'm okay with Goblin Warpaints if we have enough early plays. Like, Goblin Warpaint on Slide Runner is actually really legitimate, I think. Bash in for 5 a turn starting on turn 3? That's pretty big. That's a must-deal-with card, for sure. Yeah, this deck certainly has some rough matchups, but it worked out okay. Like, how many allies? I think we ended up with 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 is perfectly reasonable for the cards that want it. And we look pretty hyper-aggressive. Serpentine Spike's a bit awkward, I guess. Running 18 lands could cause some problems, but we have some mana sinks like Serpentine Spike and Planar Outburst with Awaken. So, could pan out. I don't know about 14 creatures, though. I don't know about running Lava Step Raider either, though. But the problem is, 14 creatures with double Goblin Warpaint, Slab Hammer, and Inspired Charge just seems wrong. So I think we are going to bring in one Lava Step Raider. This is the first time I've ran this card in a very long time. My opponents are going to be really happy when they see me play a turn 1 Lava Step Raider, but then I'm going to blow their mind when I play a turn 2 Warpaint on it. All right, this deck is super unusual. I'm glad this is a Swiss draft. I'll at least get 3 matches out of this. This deck's not particularly good. I went in on the Planar Outburst plan because we were past the Planar Outburst, so I felt like... And it felt like some white was flowing in pack 1, too. I mean, white was certainly open. White definitely seemed open. I got some powerful late white cards. If I had gone into it pack 1, I think our deck would have been significantly better. We got some good red cards, too. It's basically like, if I had known red-white was going to be open, I should have gone in on pack 1. But I speculated on blue-black early and basically ditched the plan at the last possible second, which did end up costing our deck quite a bit. But I still think this deck is certainly... I mean, Rolling Thunder, Serpentine Spike, Planar Outburst, these are very strong cards. Our top end is super strong, and we're going to run 18 lands because of our 3 top end cards. And we have, we have landfall rewards too. But yeah, I think we'll cut the Inspired Charge. I'd rather go in on a Warpaint Slab Hammer plan, see if that works a little bit better for us. Like, Slab Hammer McKinley Slide Runner is absolutely insane. You just swing for 5, replay your land, bounce it, 5. That's huge. Okay, I can't rate this deck super high. I probably rate it about... I'll give it 6 out of 10, maybe 5.5 out of 10. I think because our top end cards are so strong, I can give it 5.5 out of 10. But I think running a Lava Step Raider automatically gives it a minus 4.5. So, yeah. We're not going to run the Fertile Thickets, so let's just figure out our land situation here. I think we more likely want to do 9-9. We guarantee want to hit our envoys on turn 1. We need double red, we need double white. So, okay, so 5.5 out of 10. probably one of the weaker decks I've drafted in a while. I basically I thought I could. It ended up working out okay, but I might have been able to make a better deck. Yeah, I think I could have ended up in a better black deck because we got double Smothering Abominations. But I guess, I mean, you can't just put Smothering Abomination in any deck too. I think we should have just basically first picked a Catacomb Sifter, and we would have ended up with a ridiculously powerful black-green deck. But like I said at the beginning, first picking double color cards is not always the best idea. It's not the best idea if you have another pick like Scatter to the Winds, which I consider very good. So don't first pick a more powerful two-color card if there's a very good card in monocolor that you can first pick, so you can stay a little bit more open. For example, in the last draft, I first picked Noyandar, but there was actually no other very powerful card in that pack. So Noyandar was like the clear two-color pick. But Catacomb Sifter versus Scatter to the Winds, Catacomb Sifter's better, but Scatter to the Winds is also just very good. So that was why I first picked it. And then I didn't end up in blue. So kind of a weird draft. I know I seemed all over the place. I basically bailed at the last possible second on black-blue and ended up making a, I guess, pretty mediocre red-white because of it. But who knows? This deck could possibly win. We'll see. I probably should have first picked the one-drop flyers for this deck. I'd rather run that than a Lava Step Raider and a double Goblin Warpaint Slabhammer deck. So that was a mistake on my part. But we'll see what we can do with this deck. We'll see you round one.